Oh, this is not working. This is really annoying. Oh, come on. All right. This is a spit of snafu. Sorry about all that. It looks like we are officially live. Part of this was me figuring out how to stream again. I have not used the new streaming. It's been over almost a year since I've streamed. Wow. So, by request, massive shout out goes to my buddy Ronnie, fellow child among the fence, who tagged me in this insane white chocolate challenge provided by Fuego Box. I purchased 2 of these scary little things here. Man, these things are nuts. Let's see if I can't get the first one out. This teeny tiny little chocolate bar. It's kind of ridiculous. So this teeny tiny little thing is this apparently insane 12 pepper blend from a renowned hot sauce and chili expert. And this thing is really based with Carolina Reaper peppers, which are way up in the millions of Scoville units. Meaning, like some of the hottest peppers you will ever put in your mouth in the entire world. I got 2 of them because one just seems wimpy and you guys expect better of me. So why not at least try one and attempt 2, right? Massive shout out to Ashley for telling me instead of just filming this, I should do it live without a net and the magic of editing, which I almost never use. Anyway, oh no, we are not touching the eyes here, nor my wonderfully sweet co-editor who's hanging out about 3 feet away and on his dog bed. So this is going to be crazy. Full disclosure here, I am a spicy food person. I do enjoy spicy food. So it's not going to be as insane of a stretch for me as it would be for some of these other people that do spicy food challenges and go, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I know it's going to be hot. I know it's going to be insane. It will be my trial by fire. See how many music-based puns I can put in here. my trial by fire, my blood red summer. So here this thing is. Let's open the back. Oh, I'm prepared. Absolutely, Tessie. See if I can't do this without really getting too into the actual chocolate itself. But man, I'm gonna hold this up. I'm gonna change screens. Hold this up to the screen here. Look at the definition in that. That is just covered in peppery insanity. Now, yeah. Normally I would just pop the thing straight in, but that's no fun for the viewers, right? It's no fun for you guys. So I'll take this bite by bite. Just remember, I'm burning for you. So without further ado, let's see how bad this thing is. This is number one on the chopping block here. It's time to get thrown in the fire. Been in the fridge for a couple of days, so a little crispy. Right off the bat, man. Woo. That starts. I feel it building up. The white chocolate certainly helps. Oh yeah. You're going to get Baldman sweat here pretty quick. It builds up right in on the tongue a little bit, but it goes straight to the back of the palate immediately. It just hits you, overwhelms you. The flavor is good. The white chocolate tastes fantastic. As it starts to get into your saliva, though, it starts to coat the mouth. But still, as hot as it is, there's actually a ton of flavor here, which is amazing. And I mean, I can feel the heat building up. It's slightly on my tongue. It's starting to get a little bit more saturated. Starting to come down. Whatever coof is left in my chest, it's going to be out here pretty quick. I have Shintaro. I have not checked out the new Soko no Naru. I certainly will cover it. You know I love them. Oh yeah. It builds, man. Gets you right here. Gets you right on the chest. Really lights you up. It's hot. But it's not insane. Now granted, I like Carolina Reaper based hot sauces. High River sauces, by the way, if you're a fan of High River sauces, like hot Carolina Reaper based sauces, High River sauces are incredible. I don't know if this is the hottest thing I've put in my mouth. I'd relate it to Indian hot curry. Like really hot Bombay curry. I mean, I'm burning. I can certainly feel it. Definitely, it's definitely a here we are juggernaut kind of moment here. But it's not insane. Wow. That is outstanding. I mean, I'm lit up. My chest's burning. I feel a little bit of closure, like a little bit of that bite and a little bit of the press on the chest. But it's not too bad. It's a whole lot worse. It's a whole lot better than I thought it would be. But I also went in knowing how insane this was going to be. Wow. So, up to you. Do I cool off or do I go ahead and bash in and grab the second one immediately? I'll at least treat the boy. Sammy. Come here. Sam's hanging out. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. Here. Come up here. There. You're not coming in? Not going to come in the shot? Let's see if we can get him a little bit. Come here. Come here, Sam. Come up here. There we go. There's the blood. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Best way to cool off in combat heat when it comes to spicy stuff is fat. I thought about doing buttermilk or heavy cream, but that's no fun. But whipped cream, all whipped cream really is heavy cream with some sugar and some vanilla. So we use that instead. It's more fun. All right, I've let this simmer. Yeah, they are. They're thicker than your gauges, brother. But I don't have the amp hooked up. It's over on the other side of the room where I jam. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just two because, well, one would just seem easy. I hear you, Ashley. Part of me wishes I was a spicy food was so you'd get a better reaction. Get the, oh my god, it's so hot, and holy crap, and all that stuff. I definitely feel a little bit of that Testament greenhouse effect going. I'm certainly getting warmer. That's for sure. Ah. That's. Oh. Whew. Oh, there's the nose running. Hi, Sam. I have not actually touched the chocolate with this hand, so he's okay. Oh, no worries. Thank you, Ashley. It's actually, Matt, it's actually really good. Like, the white chocolate is quality. It's silky. It's got that nice semi-sweet, or that sweet semi-creamy white chocolate taste that I look for in white chocolate. The peppers really do have their own individual flavors and characteristics. You can tell that they're Carolina Reapers. They do have a little bit of that tang to them. Oh, wow. Okay, some of that just got in the back of the left side of my throat there. That's starting to pick up. Oh, yeah, the head's getting a little bit of shine. And the snot's coming out. I'm starting to feel like I did when I did the gas chamber in basic training, where you walk out after you've got the mask on and you've had all that CNCS gas in your face, and you're sitting there waiting for everybody to demask, and you pop out, and then that air hits you and it's just your sinuses dump. I'm starting to get that feeling. All right. What do we use for this one? Glory to the brave. My mouth don't chew. You, my dear, are a masochist. You wish terrible death upon me. All right. That white chocolate actually tastes good. Like the flavor of the chocolate itself truly does make this enjoyable. I mean, it's certainly hot. The one thing about letting it melt, though, as opposed to chewing it, is you don't get the actual bite into the peppers, and they don't release that additional oil, which is really where the heat gets you. So, in a way, it's not as bad. Crunch on it, I break that oil open. Well, come on, Ashley. You are kind of a science person. You're one of those wonderful, intelligent people. Whew. Tess, you live in the South. You live in this. You live in the area where the Carolina Reapers were created and from, and you're like, I would die. Yes. Mango habanero sauce isn't that bad. This has definitely got more heat. However, I will say it isn't as bad as the world's hottest nuts that my buddy got me about 10 years ago from the Try My Nuts store in the Outer Banks in North Carolina. What other music puns can we throw in? Oh man, there's so many. Clearly, I'm walking through the fire and the flames, breaking a little bit of hip hop. My mouth is on fire. Goodness, what can I do? Don't speak enough Japanese to be able to come up with puns from my favorite Japanese bands. Dance it out. Yes. Big, large, bald white guy dancing probably isn't the best thing in the world. Might get me some views and clicks, though. Whew. Man, I should have absolutely brought something to sop up the snot. I should have thought about that. But keep getting more of this here. Here we go. All in. Oh, great dancing Baldman. Ha. Woosah. These are the burning times. The years of flame, or the years of pain. A little bit of iced earth in there. Oh, so my pity for a dime. Just one dime. This is my ode to this hilariously awesome challenge. Sadly, that was me down to my last. So that was Iced Earth, Creed, and Alter Bridge. All right, done 2 of these. Let it ruminate. A little bit of whipped cream. Sam. I thought this was going to be hotter. I really did. I feel bad for you guys. You guys sat there and set yourself up to watch this live stream from me, and it's not as intense as I thought it would be. Whipped cream's the way to do it, though, man. A little bit of that sweetness really helps. It really helps shake it off. I mean, I'm still burning. It's still hot. My chest is still absolutely lit up, but my tongue is still hot, but I feel like I've had hotter buffalo wing sauces. I've certainly had hotter chili. And I think that might be part of it. Is I used to love going to chili cook-offs. Oh goodness, what is the outlet? What is the outside temp like? Where's my phone? Oh, it's not bad. It's not too hot today. It's only 99. Figured it would be over 100 today. Chest fire's hotter. Chest fire's definitely hotter. Oh, if I take my body temp, they might they might nail me for coof-like symptoms. Hope you're all doing well and safe out there with all that stuff, by the way. Tessie, I know you've certainly got it tough in your environment. You know, it's funny living down here in South Texas. I'm sure a lot of the people down here would be, oh, this is too hot. Very hot. When I first moved down here, they they were telling me that, oh, this Mexican place is hot because they use jalapenos and habaneros. You guys have some pretty good barbecue though in Southwest Mo though. Now, granted, it doesn't have the insane amount of heat, but you guys have some fantastic barbecue. Oh, I thought that would be hotter. Though unfortunately, it really did pull me out of it. Distracted me enough to pull me out of all the puns. Oh, we'll have to see how it sets up on the stomach. I did make sure that I ate something before this because I knew that it would hit really hard. And always like to be prepared for really hot stuff. I am. I'm going to have to contact Fuego Box and let them know that it just wasn't hot enough. They need to step it up. Shiny, my voice is half an octave higher. Thanks, brother. Yeah. Send the video to him and go, look, I wanted to be like all those celebrities. I wanted to be like Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard, who said it was the most hottest thing they've ever had. And it was average. It wasn't average, but it wasn't insane. I've had hotter wing sauces. Certainly had hotter chilies. But then again, when you've got chili that's chili peppers that have been sitting there in the pot for hours and hours and hours, low and slow, then you get more of that flavor out, the more oils and everything that comes out of those peppers. Yeah, they did. I don't think they did the white chocolate one. Actually, I think they did the original, the milk chocolate one. I think the white chocolate might truly help back it off a little bit more because it is sweeter, it is creamier, and white chocolate tends to have a little bit more fat. Now, I've had the bomb sauce. It's good. It's hot. But then again, I do I do love my high river sauces. So those sauces are so wicked. And, I thought about it last night before I was thinking about it going to bed before I was doing this, knowing that I was going to do this afternoon. And it wouldn't be a me video if I didn't actually critique it and analyze it and talk about the flavors in it. The flavors are good. Reaper has a little bit of that tanginess. It works really well with tropical fruits. No, there's no Scoville rating. The information on the packaging just isn't. It isn't all that much. If you look at it, you get what's on the box here, and then you get the backside, but that's really it. I'm really happy to contribute 2 of these. I love the fact that they're doing this, that they're donating meals per purchase to help Feeding America. I think it's a fantastic cause. And I love that more people are doing it and bringing awareness to it. So that alone was completely worth doing this. I think the Feeding America cause is fantastic and certainly worth the $40 put in to do this and to see it. I'm one of those guys where I always think, man, I could do that challenge. Because I love food. I love food as much as I love music, as much as I love metal and hard rock, especially spicy food. So this was really something fun. But it needs to be hotter. Like it's faded out. I'm only getting a little bit of tingle, and my stomach's still a little wobbly. I was thinking about trying to do some music streaming after this and do some videos, but I might just try to do that tomorrow instead because my stomach is definitely bouncing back and forth a little, and I'm not sure I could sit still. And I'd want to have tea on hand because I find I'm only good for about 30 plus minutes right now. Maybe a little bit more without tea. Like my throat still feels fatigued from the coof. So I'm only good for about 25 to 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more without my throat starting to get sore. That's why I'm still trying to get the muck video done and some of the other Patreon stuff done. And Echo, I know I've got the thing for you. It's what, 2 days from now, right? 24th that I need to have the video up. You know, Rabbit, I wanted to, but doing that cooking channel involved my brother, and that just fell apart because of that. So I still want to, and I still probably should do something along that lines. I just don't know what I would do and how I would do it. But I love food. It's why I expanded and why I worked so hard to get it back off and to lose the weight. Because I do enjoy it so much. And having that analytical mind that works well for the channel and works well for music analysis could certainly help with the food stuff. And having a brother who is incredibly knowledgeable about it and learning a lot from him as well, from the technical stuff, gives me a little bit of that insight into it. You know, I actually put some on, unfortunately, because I was lighter pre-COVID. I had gotten down from 340 pounds to 283. I think I was 280, 283. What's that 123XYZ? So I got down to about 283, 282 before I was supposed to do the Ruck March in March. But then with the gym closing, with COVID and not pushing up as much, I gained a bunch back. And then with COVID, I put a little bit more back on. So I've got to get that back down to where I was and continue to come down further. So I've got a crazy 5-year goal that I want to do, that I'm going to do. I'm not going to say want to do, going to do. And that I want to be lower for that. I want to be down to, I probably want to be down to about 220, 235, or 220, 230 when I start it. Because I want to do, for those of you in the United States, you probably know about it. I want to do the Appalachian Trail, or the Appalachian Trail, depending on where you come from in the area. It's roughly 2,250 miles of trail through the mountains, spanning from Georgia to Maine. It follows the Appalachian mountain range all the way up the east coast of the U.S. And it either starts in Georgia or starts in Maine, depending on which way you go. And I want to through hike it, meaning I want to start the journey and I want to do the entire thing through. I figure it'll probably take me 4.5 to 5 months of actually doing it. Just hiking the entire thing with a ruck every day for 4.5 to 5 months. And I actually want to go, you can go either north through Georgia up to Maine, or you can go south from Maine to Georgia. And I actually want to go southbound. It's the harder of the two trails, or harder of the two ways to go. You got to start different. And the hardest part of the trail starts in Maine, because from Mount Katahdin, where it starts or ends, there's about 100-mile stretch that you have no resupply points, meaning everything you're going to take and you're going to need for those days needs to be on your back. So you need to be planning for 5 to 8 days. I'd probably plan to have 8 to 9 days of food on me, which means my pack is going to be the heaviest that it could possibly be at that point. So that's going to be the big hit. And Matt, good to see you too, man. I cannot wait to start trying to get back into the rest of the deer hunter stuff. And I also know, talking to Neil, that Dirt Poor Robbins has more stuff coming out with he and his amazing wife. And they're also doing some stuff for Dead Horse as well. Man, their stuff is fantastic. And actually, it's funny, I was talking to Neil probably about a week and a half ago, the principal songwriter and male vocalist for Dirt Poor Robbins. And he said he didn't even hear Deer Hunter until about 2017, even though both bands started in the relatively in the same area, and they started around the same time, and their sounds are certainly similar. Rabbit, I hope to see you well. But it's nice to see you again, brother. I'm glad you're doing good. So I think they both started around the 2007 time period, and even though they started roughly in the same area, they didn't know about each other. It's really interesting. I know in the first Dirt Poor Robbins video I did, the only one I've done so far for the Ravenlock series, I said it sounded like Deer Hunter, but apparently it was completely independent of each other, just had similar ideas and similar visions. Neil's a good dude. He's great to talk to. Really loves his music. And very, very open about it. At some point, I'd love to do like video interviews and podcast stuff and get artists here on the channel. I've been wanting to do that for a while now, and I would love to get some of these guys and gals on and just pick their brains about stuff and about songwriting and how they come up with some of their ideas. Excuse me. Oh, there's a little bit of that post Pepper hit there. So that's been one of the greatest things about the channel in the past couple of years is meeting and encountering some of these amazing people and actually forging relationships and being able to learn more about their art and getting inside info or getting the inner workings of how they were composing stuff. Because so much of this stuff, the Coheed stuff, the Duran Gray stuff, all the stuff we love, there really is a beauty to it, and so much goes into composing art like that. And I love breaking it all down and figuring it out. I guess that's my dad's a retired engineer. He worked on the shuttle program for several years in the early days. Worked with Sally Ride and worked with Sally Ride in what, 82, 83, I believe. And I've never had the aptitude that he does for math, but I guess I think I still get a lot of the analytical mind from him. It just comes out in different places. For me, it comes out in music and food and wanting to break that stuff down. You know, I've shared quite a few words with Josh over the past couple of years, and that's been an honor. It's some of the best experiences for me is when I get contacted by bands that have seen my videos and when they respond and talk to me about it. When I had Tom Englund from Evergrey reach out about the stuff I did on the Atlantic, and all you guys in chat know that I'm a massive Evergrey fan. I've had a chance to meet the band several times over the years, but to see them actually watch my videos was fantastic, and I get some feedback from them. Another one that was really awesome that was unexpected was Matter Mortem. They're so amazing. I love their composition. I love Agnette's voice and all the different things she can do with it, and how they merge this progressive rock and metal with this really strong 70s vibe and feeling vocally. And when they reached out, that was really fantastic. Same with Diane and Bob from Ex Libris when I covered Anne Part 1, 2, and 3. That was really awesome as well, because they're great people. Oh, blame Zeus. Well, I could easily go on a tangent about them. They're great people. They're wonderful people. And you know, I've been writing riffs quite a bit lately, and at some point I have this idea of doing maybe an EP length, couple of tracks of really heavier, aggressive stuff in a down-tuned environment, like I'm currently playing in drop G C7. So really heavy, punching, groovy riffs. But I would love to have a female, like a powerful female voice, but I wouldn't want it to be an operatic voice. And one of the first voices I always hear when I start riff writing is Sandra from Blame Zeus. She just has that power and that purity and that clarity in her tone. So she's somebody I definitely hear when I write. And also wouldn't mind getting a Portuguese fado singer, like a female Portuguese fado singer that wants to step outside of their comfort zone and do something in a heavier environment as well. Because if you haven't had a chance to check out some fado, it's like Portuguese folk music. It's very sad, it's very sorrowful, and some of the vocals are just incredible. And I would love to hear some of that as well. Good example, I did a video for Aljima here on the channel. I think it was last year or the year before. It might have been 2 years ago. There's also a video I did with the band Noids where they used a fado singer in more of a like an industrial metal environment. And that was really incredible. Also, the new record, oh goodness, I'm going to completely brain fart on these guys, and Oz is going to be mad at me. Vela, the former members of Legacy of Cynthia from Portugal, they did their latest, they released their debut, and they have a track on it. I'm going to look up the name right now here. They have a track with a female vocalist called Tormento. It's track 7, where they mix in the fado elements as well, and that's really impressive. So, you guys want, I'll think about trying to do a live stream maybe tomorrow, or actually get in some video stuff, prepare a little bit. Didn't expect to do a Q&A, but I'm happy to see so many of you. That's really, really awesome. And this was fun. I'm sorry it wasn't as crazy as I expected it to be, but it was enjoyable. I'm still feeling the clearing of the sinuses here, and I truly appreciate you guys. It's nice to truly be back in a better state and doing more content for you. So thank you for tuning in. Sorry it wasn't as extreme as I expected it to be, and extreme as I hope to give you guys for the amusement value. But I truly love all you guys. I truly appreciate you, and thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys soon. You guys have been awesome. I have Baldman. Be excellent to each other and keep headbanging.